What's going on, lads and ladies? Enjoy this Reddit video about voting and whether voting should be a holiday. Throw a like and subscribe. How would you feel if the US government made the day for voting a holiday? Make it a holiday and have voting last either a week or a 24-hour period so people deemed essential workers can actually have a chance. Yeah, the biggest issue is that even if it was a holiday, that would only apply to federal workers and employees of businesses that actually close during holidays. There are tons of businesses that stay open during holidays, especially in the service industry. Making election day a holiday wouldn't do much good for people working in restaurants, grocery stores, movie theaters, etc. Making election day a holiday wouldn't do much good for people working in restaurants, grocery stores, movie theaters, etc. i.e. the people who actually have trouble getting time off to vote. That's so crazy to me. In Canada, we are allowed 4 hours to go vote during the workday, whether it be federal or provincial elections. At least in my job we are, and I thought that it was mandated everywhere. Serious question. Are elections in the US not on Sundays, but on regular working days? Yup, I think they're always on Tuesdays. Fun fact, voting day is actually the first Tuesday after the first Monday of November. So if November 1 is a Tuesday, that's not voting day, it would be the following week. It's also because back in THR old days you had to travel to your polling place. They didn't do Sunday for religious reasons, allowed a day of travel on Monday to vote on Tuesdays. So we should have Monday and Tuesday off. Wednesday too, if you count the return trip. I feel like it'd encourage more people to actually vote, especially if they kept their 4th of July energy for that day. Let's vote on 4th of July. No way people are giving up a day of barbecue and beer drinking to go stand in line and poke at a voting machine. Maybe if they have a free beer and a sparkler, instead of an I voted sticker. A beer/soda garden with hot dogs in which your I voted sticker is the entry pass. You should see what they do in Australia on election day. No beer, but they have election sausages from what I have heard. Actually, coming from another country, I really cannot understand why it should not be a holiday or a Sunday where most people have time. As a democratic country, you should enable most of your citizens to be able to vote. And that is generally the case when they have time to vote. Even more, in Spain you can be randomly elected to watch and keep the track of the votes. If you do, you are paid and don't have to work the next day. Like jury duty. Yep, it's a pain in the ass if you got selected. But all the tables to vote have 5 randomly selected citizens that makes sure everybody only votes once. Checks only 1 vote is inserts per person. Counts the votes. Once you're 18 you can be selected. You gain between 50-120ish euro if you're selected, and you can opt out only for major causes. They pay you? In Peru is the same, but you do it for free, and some cookies and water they give you for lunch. Chile the same. I think they pay you, but it's barely anything. I'd work just like I work every holiday. Yeah, it will become a day for mattress sales, and the people with the least access to voting will have to work and still have the least access to voting. I'm not opposed, but it's not the panacea people claim it to be. Essential is a term that's become relevant recently. It largely includes a ton of the people that work service-oriented jobs which can be genuinely essential. They definitely are the people with a lesser access to voting. Taking off from work at an hourly or tip-based job means a loss of income, especially on a national holiday. Grocery stores, gas stations, and major retail stores will all be scheduling shifts, more than likely not accounting for when voting centers are open and their lines. Pandemic essential services, and most of the entertainment, food, bev businesses that have been shut down. It's all of those workers that will be left without the time to go out and vote. Think about what you would do with a day off. Get some groceries, maybe grab a lunch with some friends while you don't have to be at the office. Vote, buy a mattress, and then start the night with an early happy hour while watching the results come in. The service sector will still be expected to work, and will be incentivized to forego voting if it doesn't fit in with their work schedule. Unless individual businesses or major companies decide to delay opening, stagger shifts, or close for the day, many workers will be left out of the voting window. I'm in full support of a voting holiday, and I understand that the country can't fully shut down. But as said above, it's not the panacea. In Australia it's on a weekend, but polling stations are open earlier in the week so you can go earlier if you are working. But people like to go on the day so you can get your democracy sausage. We have a general election this year and I am working it as a polling place manager. We have voting on a Saturday and this year because of COVID they're opening some of the voting places the Saturday prior also. For 2 weeks leading up to the elections you can cast a special vote, so there are plenty of opportunities and no one is to miss out. In fact this year, for the first time, you don't even have to be enrolled to vote. You can enroll and vote at the same time. I can't believe America has an election on a Tuesday. That's absolutely insane. Not only should it be a public holiday for you, but companies should be legally required to release staff, if they are working, in order for them to be able to vote. They are legally required to release them to vote. At-will employment makes that legal requirement kind of a joke. The fact that the guaranteed time off to vote isn't paid also makes it a joke. The people most likely to need that extra time to vote are also the most likely to need the money they'd be earning during that time. Vote by mail, then it wouldn't need to be a holiday. Biggest problem with a holiday is that at best only office workers would get the day off. Not blue collar, fast food, customer facing services, min wage workers. It also doesn't address lack of polling stations in some counties. Experience: 20 years voting by mail in Oregon. Yet I work more on federal holidays, because suddenly every white collar office worker has the day off and wants to go shopping. If it was a holiday I'd pretty much not be able to vote since I'd be at work all day, when currently I just go in the early morning before my shift starts. Meanwhile everyone in my family who has an office job that closes on federal holidays has always been able to leave the office in the middle of the day to go vote anyway and then just return to work. Perhaps mail-in voting can remedy this for most people, but personally I just don't mail things that often so I'd be paranoid that I made a mistake and my vote didn't count. When I vote in person my polling place has a machine that you immediately scan your ballot into in any direction, so you know it's there and accounted for. At best it would be akin or President's Day or Labor Day. Office and bank workers would probably have the day off, but some jackwagon would get it in their mind to start promoting voting day sales so the majority of the retail workforce wouldn't get the time off and would probably reduce voter turnout. I would vote for more education on the correct usage of commas in schools. Plenty of people still work on any other holidays. Why would this be any different? In my country it is a holiday, and the voting stations are open from 7 AM until 9 PM. I also think, but stand corrected, that employers must allow their employees an opportunity to vote. It'll never happen. They don't actually want you to vote. Currently, many voters, especially lower income wage earners, cannot vote because they have to be at work, and it can take many hours of lining up to cast a vote. Many politicians are against mail-in ballots, preferring to make voters take time off from work then wait in a long line. The exceptions to the holiday will still be low-income service workers. It will never happen in the US because of the Republican Party. Downvote away. It's still true. You're on Reddit. Who the frick is gonna downvote you? Make sure to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell like it owes you money. Remember to post your favorite comment from the video in the comment section below for a chance to be featured in my next video. I hope you enjoyed this fantastic video and I hope you are all staying safe. Show a small channel some love by liking and subscribing. Take care. Pip pip cheerio. Much love from me, Matt British.